mentioned race, Brandon, you are a contributor for Turning Point USA. You mentioned black pilots. Charlie Kirk was the guy who said, when I go on a plane, should I be worried if the pilot is black? As you know, there's no evidence to show that a black pilot has any less training than a white pilot. Why would the guy who I assume is your boss, I don't know if he's your boss, but you do work for Turning Point, why would he make such a racist statement like that? And are you willing to call that out as a black man?
Well, look, so first of all, I don't work for Charlie. I work with Charlie.
Okay.
Second of all, context matters. I know Charlie personally, so I know for a fact he's not a racist. I've been working with him since 2016, 17. So I know Charlie very well. Charlie was making a point that needs context to it because people are taking a little small excerpt of what he said and not really expounding upon his grievance. His grievance is that they have made it about race. They have made it a priority to say, we're going to hire X amount of black pilots. So what he's saying is that when I see a black pilot, can I believe that it's based on merit, which it should be, or are they putting a person in place because of the skin, the color of that person's skin? So he's not saying, it's not really about the black person. It's about whether or not we can trust that they're getting people in positions who are minorities about.
But he's wrong. There's no evidence to suggest that a black pilot has any less training to be a pilot than somebody white. He's flat out.
No. I agree with you to an extent, but this is what the qualification says. A pilot can be here and qualified, and a pilot can be here and qualified, right? So if the more competitive pilot that you would like to fly your plane or competitive to hire on some of these airlines or fly private are going to be the ones that you want up here that's at the top of the food chain. Now, do I believe and do Charlie believe that there are black pilots that are up here? Yes. We should be focusing on merit. There's plenty of good pilots. You don't have to say that we need to have 6 more black pilots. You don't need to bring that up because you negate the merit base. So is the pilot good enough, or is the pilot here and you accept him because he's black versus accepting a black person that's the most competitive?
Well, let's talk about the
problem that is going on, and this is what Charlie was talking about. Is when I see a black pilot, can I see him and say, this is the best person that they could have found that's the most competitive no matter what color? Or is this a person that just barely made it and they need 6 or 7 new black pilots or female pilots?
Well, I can tell you right now, none of my white friends getting on a plane are worried what the color of the skin is of a pilot.
You're bringing up, it's not that Charlie Kirk gets on a plane and worries, because Charlie Kirk probably flies 300 days out of the year. He's probably traveled most. He probably traveled private and commercial. He travels more than anybody that you know. So is he worried about it? No, he's bringing up a point in a discussion of, and he brought it as an example. If I see this, should I be concerned because they're focusing on race? They're claiming they're focusing on race versus merit. That's his argument.
That's what they are. Let's just call them what they are. These people who call people like you sinners, not knowing anything about you other than your sexuality, they are bigots. Matt Walsh is a piece of human turd. Matt Walsh is a bigot.
Oh, yeah.
Candace Owens is a bigot. And sadly, they make money off their bigotry. It's no different than a Grand Wizard Klansman collecting funds at a local Klan meeting. That's exactly what Matt Walsh is, only on the larger scale. That's exactly what Candace Owens is, just on a larger scale. That's exactly what Charlie Kirk is, just on a larger scale. They go to their Klan meeting, which is the internet, and they make boatloads and millions of dollars passing that can around with the funds. They spread bigotry, and their bigoted followers donate to them. That's how they make money. It's no different than a Klan meeting and a Klansman collecting money. No different.
Yes. And if they actually followed Jesus's teachings, they wouldn't have a problem.
Well, think about it. Who is their Jesus? Who is their Messiah today? Orange man.
He's orange.
Yeah, the orange orangutan is their Jesus Christ. Make no mistake about it.
I call him Orange Blow.
Yeah, that's a new one. I might steal that one off you if that's okay, my friend.
On the internet.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, sir. And I'm sorry that you have to feel that way, because I certainly don't feel that way about you. And I think most decent Americans don't feel that way either. And you should be who you are, be happy with who you are, and you shouldn't be afraid. But sadly, there are so many bigots on the far right that will judge people like you, but it ain't going to be me. And you're always going to have a platform to call into this show, my friend. And I appreciate you. Be safe out there. Thank you. So I want to read this to you, and I want to get your thoughts on this. This is what Charlie Kirk once said about some of these people that are cozying up to Trump. These are the words of Charlie Kirk. Quote, just saw a chilling documentary exposing Saudi Arabia. It's more clear than ever Saudi funded, planned, and orchestrated 9/11. They murder dissidents they disagree with. They torture women. They execute LGBT people. They fund lobby terrorism. They are not our friends. That was what Charlie Kirk said several years back. Where is Charlie Kirk now? They just gave your guy a $400 million gift. Do you think Charlie Kirk will be speaking out about this now?
No, he's going to probably show up on his next talk show with a T-shirt that says "Got Bone Saw."
I think you're probably right. You're talking about Khashoggi, the horrible situation
Absolutely,
where this
they whitewashed that.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
journalist was murdered brutally, and we all saw it. We all saw the video of him walking in, never walking out. And you're absolutely right. But Donald Trump, never faced what took place then. He made excuses for it then, and now he's accepting gifts from this evil, murderous regime who harbors terrorists and funded Hamas. I thought he was pro-Israel. I thought Donald Trump was the most pro-Israel president that we've ever had, according to Benjamin Netanyahu. Why is he accepting $400 million gifts from people who couldn't be more anti-Israel? I wonder if Benjamin Netanyahu could answer that.
Yeah, they're going to have an interview because they're anti-Israel. And I'd like to remind everybody why Gerald got that big old check from MBH, and it's because he helped to whitewash the Khashoggi murder. Make no mistake about it.
Completely agree with you, my friend. Great call. Appreciate you. And thank you so much.